Just coming to the top of your mat, take your time to make your way here, certainly no rush. And once you have arrived, just take a few moments just to move into self. We can do that by taking a few deep breaths, just mindful, intentional breathing, just simply the reminder and the awareness that you are breathing. Breathe on purpose, breathe with intention. I believe that breath is the foundation of our practice. It allows us to be here, brings us to the present moment. Helps you to move inside of self. And as you're breathing, you might even move your body a little bit, maybe a little circle of your shoulders or gentle, slow movements of your head and neck. And feel free to work your way down your body as a way of checking in, assessing how you're feeling at this moment, what your body might need from your practice today. As you're moving, perhaps generating a deeper breath or just slower, more profound breath in and out, just to feel the energy of the breath. Bless you. Good. Staying here, as you inhale, just feel breath rising upward to fill your lungs. So a nice, deep, expansive breath filling up your lungs. And as you exhale, as you're able, pull your belly in towards your spine. What we do here is creating the abdominal lock, Uddiyana Bandha. It's a light contraction of your abdominal muscles. Just another way to connect to self, in this case, connecting to center. It's going to help you with stillness, being here in the moment. Helps you with movement, strength, balance. Good. A few more breaths. And just a reminder, this is your practice. I'm just here to guide you, give you some ideas on how you can move. But pay attention to how you feel and what you need from your practice. So if you need to modify any poses or rest at any time, or even change the posture completely that you need to do at that moment, please do so. Honor yourself. So in preparation to move, let's take 3 more breaths. When you're ready to move, inhale and extend your arms overhead. Just treat it like a nice stretch. Reach high, feel light up top. Exhale, let's fold forward. So we're hinging at the hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to, as you carefully, and slowly guide your way down towards your toes. Inhale and slide your hands up to your shins or your knees to extend your spine. So we're only rising up halfway, so you're forming a table with your body. Exhale, just slowly melt back down towards your toes. Now you don't have to go all the way down. Maybe you pause where your hands are just resting lightly at your shins or your ankles. And wherever you are, just notice how this feels for you. Maybe you feel a nice stretch down the backs of your legs. Notice the curvature of the spine, how gravity draws you downward, a heaviness perhaps. Your head being drawn down, maybe your arms are hanging down. And even here, add some movement, maybe rolling your shoulders again, gently nodding your head yes, or shaking your head no. Even swaying your whole upper body left and right. Just getting into the sensations of the body. Again, noticing how this feels to you. 2 more breaths. Here we'll shift your weight into your heels, bend your knees to lower your hips like you're sitting into a low chair. Start lifting upper body, then inhale, extend your arms out, then up, reaching into the sky. On the exhale, feel free to bring your palms together and down to your heart, or you can bring your arms down to your side just to finish that flow. Just returning to mountain pose, taking a breath. Just going to repeat that sequence. It's just our half salute to the sun. Here we go. Inhale, reaching into the air, nice lengthening of the body, getting longer, taller. Exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward, again, soft knees, just guiding your way down. And inhale, rise up halfway, long spine like a table. Exhale for the release, back down, partially or all the way. And even feel free to release your head, open your eyes, take a peek between your knees so you can see the wall behind you. And then shifting weight into your heels, bend your knees, lowering your hips. Start lifting upper body. Then inhale, sweep your arms out, right back up. Energy in your hands and fingers. Exhale, hands to heart or arms down to your side, completing that flow. Let's take another pause here, having introduced movement to the breath. Again, moving as you need to move. Here we go, adding on to our sequence. Inhale, reaching into the air, another nice stretch. Good. Exhale, fold forward. Soft knees, guiding your way down. Moving at your own pace. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward, longer spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, getting low enough so you can place your hands on your mat out in front of you, perhaps near the top edge of your mat, and walk or step or even hop both feet to the back end of your mat. We'll pause here for a moment in plank pose, this high push-up position. Feel strong here, pushing firmly into the floor with the hands. Feel the energy in your arms, maybe your shoulders, your back, your chest, core engaged. Take a breath in, and exhale, bend your knees slightly, and then send your hips into the air while your head sinks between the arms. We're taking a shortcut from plank pose to down dog this first time. Now, you're welcome to do that anytime, perhaps every time throughout the practice. I just do it the first time here. And once you're in down dog, making any adjustments with your feet, even your hands on your mat to help you settle into your pose. Think of this making a full arrival in the posture. You can either just hold here and just be here with breath, or add movement as it feels good to you. Take another full breath in, feel the expansion in your lungs. Exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop both feet, return to the top of the mat. You'll be in forward fold. There you go. Inhale, rise up halfway. Again, feel the top of your head lead you forward. There's our extension. Exhale, fold. Same weight, shift into the heels, bend your knees. Let's inhale, come all the way back up, reach a little higher. We're gonna keep it moving. On this exhale, take chair pose. We're sitting back into an imaginary chair. Holding for just a moment, nice outstretched arms, sitting back, weight shift back into hips and heels. Breathe in, and exhale, dive out of your chair, down towards toes, forward fold. We're just adding on to our sequence. Inhale, rise up halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold all the way down, hands to the floor, walk, step, or hop feet to the back end of your mat. Return to plank pose. Again, that first time we took a shortcut to down dog. You can certainly do that again, or with your exhale, finish your push-up. Bend elbows, squeeze them in towards ribs. Yes, you can bring knees to the floor first, then the rest of the body. Inhale to a back bend. It might be up dog. It might be a lower back bend like cobra. Then exhale, tuck toes. Yes, lifting knees, then hips into the air. Head comes down between the arms. Again, making some adjustments with your feet and hands as you need to. Arriving in your pose. And let's add a lunge. Inhale, let's extend right leg up behind you. Let's reach and hold for a moment. Really reach. And push again firmly into the floor with the hands. Strong arms. Breathe in again. Exhale, let's step right foot to the top of the mat, or just behind the right hand is good. You can turn that back leg so your whole left foot is on the floor behind you. Shift your weight back into that foot so it even feels like you're standing on that back foot. That way you're balanced here. That way you can lift your hands easily in front. Yes, reach forward and rise up. We'll pause for a moment in Warrior One. So a good reaching sensation and a lunging sensation here, getting into the legs, the hips, sides of the body, and this lifting up sensation as if you might just float right up off the ground. Let's breathe in and exhale, hinge and fold, return to the earth with the hands. Press firmly so you can slide right foot back, plank pose. Shortcut is appropriate to down dog, or finish the vinyasa. Good, Chaturanga Dandasana, finishing the push-up. Again, a low cobra or a low back bend like this is perfect, and finishing in downward facing dog. So whatever sequence you decide to move through, we'll meet together in down dog. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg up. Let's reach and hold for a moment. Nice strong straight line through the leg. Hands root into the earth strongly. Breathe in again. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Landing behind the left hand, right leg turns so you can get the right heel to the floor. The whole foot's on the floor. Shifting the weight back. There's our balance. Light hand so we can easily rise up here. We'll hold for a moment. Keep reaching, that lifting lightness in the body, that solid foundation below us, with our legs strengthening in our lunge. Ready to move, we'll take a breath in and exhale, fold, return to the earth, plant the hands, slide left foot back, plank pose, complete the sequence as you'd like. Again, we'll meet in down dog. Let's pause for a moment in our down dog. We're going to do a little floor work here, so gently bring your knees to the floor. Sit back briefly into hero, so you can sit off to the side. Swing the legs around to the front. We're going to stay nice and tall here. So let's straighten the legs. If your knees need to bend, go ahead and let them bend. But if you can, straighten the legs and flex your feet, okay, just to activate the feet. We're moving into staff pose, just a seated posture, placing your hands on the floor by your hips, just pushing into the floor to help you lift up in the upper body. And as you're able, maybe pull the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Just holding here for a moment, so you just feel this activation through straight legs, feeling tall and light up top with the assist of the hands. And we're breathing, and inhale, feel like the breath is rising up and even down through the legs. Exhale, pull belly in. You might even roll and squeeze shoulder blades together. So that's our active staff pose. One more breath. Okay, just soften. Scoot forward if you need to create some space behind you, because we are going to roll down onto the back. Go ahead and bring knees with you here. Add some movement as it feels good. You might rock left and right or make some circles, getting into your hips and low back, but also get into your feet a little bit. Maybe circle the ankles or circle the feet to get into your ankles. Flex the feet, point your toes, and if you can, even wiggle your toes. Good. And let's set up for bridge pose. So plant your feet firmly into the ground. When you're ready, breathe in deeply, filling up your lungs. You can exhale through the mouth if you'd like. Engaging your core, nice support of the body as you lift the hips into the air. Now some options. You can just lift a little bit, maybe slide a block underneath you to sit on, or sit in your hands for a more modified supported pose, or just continue lifting until you naturally stop. I might even suggest rocking the upper body left and right several times to get your arms and shoulders a bit more underneath you, just to feel a bit more opening in the chest. Now your arms can just lie flat on the ground, or even bend your elbows so your arms are at 90 degrees, and then push down into the floor with your triceps and shoulders, just to support the lifting of the upper body. Notice how engaged the body is in this heart-opening pose, what sensations arise for you, maybe thighs, hamstrings, glutes, hip flexors, your belly, your chest, shoulders, your back. One more breath. After that breath, start to soften the body a little bit. Wiggle the feet forward, and then extend your arms up into the air, just making space so we can get out of this pose, and then roll your way down to the ground. Nice soft landing, and once you're down, extend your arms behind you and legs out in front of you. And just actively stretch here. Our next pose is boat pose, so we're going to rise up to seated. So you're going to draw your knees in. You can certainly rock your way up to seated, or even roll to your side and press yourself up to seated, whatever feels better on your back or in hips. And just make your way to boat pose. I typically start like this with knees bent, heels on the floor with active feet, holding onto the backs of my legs just so I can get that nice tall spine, just like that staff pose here. Just that lift, then inhale to get that length, exhaling through the mouth so I can feel the air leave the belly, engaging core, and then just start to lean back and just find that spot that just feels good to you, or you feel that engagement you want to create for your core system. Heels can stay on the floor, or just finding that balance in your seat so you can float the feet into the air if you want. Knees can stay bent, or start to straighten the legs a little or all the way. Just keep feet active, either flexed feet or pointed toes. You can certainly hold on for the duration or free the hands. Lots of variations of the pose, so just kind of choose where you want to go. Going back down this way eases it up a little bit. Certainly floating up makes it a little bit more dynamic. We're going to move here, breathing in. Exhale, cross legs, if you can, hands in front or even down out to the side to get the legs unfolded behind you. Return to plank pose. Hold plank. We'll all take a shortcut to down dog. Just soften the knees and hips into the air. Down dog. Next lunge sequence. Inhale, extend right leg up. Let's open the hip here. Bend your right knee. Bring your heel down towards your backside. Slightly lift that right knee up towards the ceiling. Not much. What you'll do is you'll automatically create a twist in the low half of the torso and the hips, opening them up. Breathe in. Good, exhale, let's unwind and step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Once landed, turn left heel to the floor behind you. Again, get some weight back there. Light hands so you can easily hinge from hips, rising up. Exhale, turn to your left. Bring arms down to parallel. You'll be in Warrior Two. Make some adjustments with your feet if you need to. Yeah. Nice solid grounding here. Good, side angle pose. Follow the right arm forward, angled upper body. You've got it. Rotate the arms, reach downward. Reach upward, nice opening in the chest. Now, I typically stay up high in this pose. You can go down lower if you're able to, but not necessary. So find the positioning that works best for your body on this side. Good hip opener, heart opener, good strength in the legs. Here we go, breathing in. Exhale, we'll turn, fold, bring your hands back down to the floor in front. Slide right foot back, plank pose. A brief pause in our plank pose. Same shortcut to down dog. Soft knees, hips to sky. Head lowers. Other side, inhale, extend left leg up into the air. Reach and hold. Then bend and twist. So we're bending the knee, yes, heel down towards backside. A slight lift of the knee up towards the ceiling. Just opening the hip. You kind of turn a bit towards the left side of the room. There you go. Hands still pushing strongly into the ground. Strong upper body. Breathe in. And exhale, unwinding, step through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel to the earth. Find your center. Once you've got it, go ahead and rise up. Take your time if you need to. There's our first warrior. Exhale, go ahead and open it to Warrior Two. Adjust your feet if you need to. There's our Warrior Two. Good, yes. Nice alignment, left knee and toes pointing forward. You're all there. Nice tall upper body. Outstretched arms. Side angle pose. Follow your left arm forward. Rotate here. Again, I stay up high. You're welcome to do the same or go down to a place that feels good for your body. Certainly not forcing yourself into this pose or any other pose we do. There you go. Yeah, good use of the block, bringing the floor a little bit closer to you. And of course, breath. We're taking a breath in. In the exhale, turn, fold, return to the earth. Plant the hands. Slide left foot back, plank pose. You still can take a shortcut to down dog or complete that full vinyasa by coming down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Yeah. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Just a brief pause and down dog. Let's return to standing. First, a breath in. Exhale, bend knees, hop, step, or just walk both feet up to the top of the mat, returning to your forward fold. Inhale, elongate through spine. Feel like you're coming forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees. Let's all come up to standing, reaching out, then up, reach high, and exhale, arms down to your side to finish. Good. Nice warm up of the body. Check in with your body. Maybe some circle movements of the arms and shoulders, head and neck. Alrighty, back to mountain pose. We're going to get into some balancing here. So tree pose. So nice and tall. I'm just feeling balanced on 2 feet. Soften the knees. I just felt myself automatically lock my knees, but soften the knees just a little bit. Shift your weight into your right foot. I'm going to mirror you. Inhale, get tall, fill up the lungs. Exhale, pull belly in like in boat. Pick up left foot, bending the knee, flexing this foot. Yeah, let's swing the knee out, maybe just to the corner of the room or the side of the room, wherever it naturally stops. Placing foot on the inside of your standing leg. Yeah, you can grab the ankle, place it up high if you want to. Option. Another option, of course, is below the knee or even use the floor. Then inhale, extend the arms up. They can go straight up. They can certainly come out. You can even bend elbows here if you want. You can even bring hands to heart. Okay? And wherever you are, even if your elbows are bent, have active hands and fingers. Feel like your fingers are sending you up, or an energy at the top of your head, lifting you up. This lightness up top. We're exhaling, pulling belly in. Your focus is either directly forward or drop your eyes. So you're going to be looking at the floor. So to help with that balance, something to focus on. No worries. Okay, keep arms as they are. Going to swing this left knee forward. Lift your knee with the flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground. And go ahead and bring your arms back down to your side. Shake all that loose. Yeah, check in with that right foot you were just standing on. There you go, and your toes, everything. Okay, and just back to mountain, setting up for the second side. Balanced on 2 feet, softened knees. Shift weight into left foot root. Inhale, tall, fill up the lungs. Exhale, core, engage. Yes, pick up right foot. It's my left foot. Swinging knee out to this corner of the room or the side of the room, and placing foot on the inside of the standing leg, high, medium, or low. Even if you can even hold it here with your hand, that's fine. Then inhale, go ahead and extend your arms up, straight up or out, or a goalpost, or even here. Energy in the fingers, top of the head, feel lifted. Feel light. That core engagement, think boat. How you engage here. That lifting up sensation. There we go. Good. Keep arms as they are. Let's swing that right knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground and return. The arms down to your side. Yeah, shake all that loose. Let it go. There you go. Nice. All right, back to our mountain pose. Let's just continue a flow here. When you're ready, inhale, reaching out and up. Exhale, take chair pose again. It's a weight shift into hips and heels, arms out front. That just automatically creates a balance for us in this posture. Let's breathe in. Exhale, dive out of the chair, back down towards toes, forward, fold. Just flowing. Inhale, halfway lift, but go at your own pace. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you want to, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can skip this or modify this flow as you'd like. Yes, even skip some things. But we'll meet in down dog. Once in down dog, inhale, extend right leg up, bend and twist open like we did earlier, hip opener. Unwind, step through, right foot to the top of the mat. Once landed, left heel to the earth behind you. Find that centering and balance. Light hand so you can easily hinge up, first warrior. Exhale, opening to the windows, warrior 2. Quick adjustments of the feet, side angle, reach forward, angled body, rotate the arms. Just repeating what we did earlier, just making it flow. Inhale. Exhale, turn, fold, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Finish your vinyasa. Modify it, skip parts, add things if you want. Meet in down dog. So that's a good vinyasa flow. That's my style. That's the yoga dance. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Bend and twist open. Unwind, step through, left foot to the top of the mat. Once you've landed, right heel to the earth. Find that center and balance before you rise. You can always take your time with that, yeah? Exhale, open, warrior two, strong foundation. Side angle, reach out. Yes, rotate here. Reach high and low. Inhale, nice extension, good expansion of the body. Exhale, move, turn, fold, hands to the floor. Slide left foot back, plank, complete your series. Moving at your own pace. It might be a little slower, it might even be a little faster. Pause here in down dog. We're going to return to the ground, so gently kneel. Sit back briefly in hero, off to the side. Bring the legs around to the front. Now grab your strap. Now you may not need the strap, but we're going to do something in particular with the strap. But again, you may not need it. Here's the idea. Usually, I'll take the strap around the soles of the feet here for a forward fold, okay? We're gonna do something slightly different. Bring the strap up a little higher at the toes, just to give them a little pull, okay? And if you can reach your feet with your hands, you can do it with your hands, okay? But around the toes, now they won't all just pull back, but just a kind of simple, gentle pulling back of the toes. As you pull on the strap, there you go. You also get a nice hamstring stretch. You might hinge forward slightly there, so you get a hamstring stretch, a little back stretch. You can even round the back here a little bit. Just feeling the toes kind of come back towards you. There you go. 3 more breaths. All right, let's soften things up. If you are using the strap, we'll release it. We'll just set it to the side. We're gonna lie back down. So you might just lift, kind of scoot forward, and roll down onto the back. Again, some movements here with the body, hips and back, and again with the feet, ankles, toes. Going back to bridge pose. So go ahead, when you're ready, plant the feet into the ground. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, engaging core, good support so you can lift hips up into the air. Again with the upper body, rocking left and right several times, getting shoulders a bit and arms underneath you. Bending elbows perhaps, pushing into the ground with the backs of the arms. They're now at 90 degrees, just to support the upper body. Now we're going to add on to this, going back to our toes. You're going to step your feet closer to yourself, rise up onto your tiptoes. Basically, you're lifting your heels. You, of course, just do 1 foot at a time, okay, and then just lift. Okay, so heels are lifted. You may have lifted higher because now you are on your toes. And just notice what happens to the knees. Do the knees start to kind of wander a little bit outward? If that's the case, hug them back inward. Even if your feet are wide on the mat, that's fine. Okay, it's okay to have a wide stance here, but hug back into midline. Imagine you've got maybe a block or maybe a larger object between the knees that you're holding on to. So you feel the energy in the knees and inner thighs, maybe the inner feet, inner toes, the big toes. 1 more breath. We're going to soften. Step forward so you're flat on your feet again. Extend your arms into the air. Roll your way down. Extend your arms behind you. Extend your legs out in front of you. You might point your toes here. Boat pose. You can hug knees in, rock your way up to seated, right into boat if you'd like. Or again, you can always modify it and roll to the side and rise up. Break it down like you did earlier, or get right into the posture. Finding the intensity that you want for the pose, knowing that you can kind of go one direction, but always go backward a little bit. If your chin is down, mine is typically down. I always forget about this. But just lifting the chin a little bit so you have a nice long neck so the neck is in the same alignment as the spine. Roll or pull shoulders back. If you can engage your back muscles, actually helps to support the posture. Okay, we're gonna move here. Breathe in like you're floating up, a lightness in the body. Exhale, cross legs, either hands in front, hop or step back, plank pose. Shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, hips to sky. We're going to a high lunge this next time. Inhale, extend right leg up, straight line, keep it straight. Right foot to the top of the mat, high lunge, which means left heel stays lifted, but we're still shifting the weight back towards that lifted left heel, so there's good balance between the feet. So we can easily, yes, lift the hands. We're gonna reach up, lunge low. Okay, let's just relax the arms for just a moment. Maybe just bring hands to hips, okay? Feel free to keep this distance, okay? But if you're able, maybe scoot this right foot forward a couple times and maybe lunge a little deeper, yes, okay? And even see if you can lift that heel behind you a little bit more. Again, another stretch for the toes back there. Whoa. Hug to midline, because I just almost fell out of the pose. Hug to midline, squeeze. It helps stabilize the lower half of the body. Let's inhale, take arms up. Now, if you're deep in this lunge, it kind of locks the hips, so we're gonna lift a little bit so we can pivot left heel and open to a warrior two, okay? So again, you might be in a wider stance, that's fine. Let's reverse the warrior here. Right hand reaching up, maybe slightly behind you. You kind of choose where you want to reach. This left hand and arm, it might just rest back here on the leg or on your hip or around your body. You can decide. Good, yes. Good openings of the body. And then a big windmill or cartwheel out of the pose. Around and down to the floor in front. Let's step back, plank pose. Hold plank for a moment, just for some realignment of the body. Take another shortcut to down dog. Soft knees, hips to sky. Let's do the same thing other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Keep it straight and strong. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. It's high lunge on this side, so right heel stays lifted. Find your center. Once you found it, then rise. Reaching up, reaching high, lunging low, holding just to arrive. Same thing, let's just rest the arms for a moment. Hands on hips. Stay here if you want, or maybe scoot or wiggle the front foot forward a few times. Doesn't even have to be much. And then maybe lunge a little deeper. Lift that heel a little higher or stretch those toes. It's really just a bend of this back knee too. Just get into those toes back there. Hug to midline. Okay, inner thighs, inner calves, inside edges of the feet. Take both arms up. And again, if you're in a deep lunge, it's kind of hard, at least for me, to kind of open right away to warrior two. I like to lift. It kind of unlocks the hips so I can get that back leg to turn. We're in our warrior two here. Reverse the warrior. Left hand reaching up, maybe slightly back. Yeah, that left knee is bending, coming forward. This left hand up in the air, slightly behind you. It's as if you're moving in opposite directions. Okay, and then we're going to cartwheel or windmill out of the pose. Down to the ground, plant the hands, slide left foot back, pause. Bring your knees to the floor, finish your push-up. Okay, come all the way down, maybe to the belly. Long legs, point your toes. So you're on the tops of your feet. Just stay here for a moment. And even add a little pressure into the mat with the tops of your feet. Just get a kind of a counter stretch in the ankles and the tops of the feet there. Stay here for an inhale or even rise up a little higher for a back bend. You can stay right where you are if you want. Inhale and exhale, tuck toes, hips to sky, down dog. Stay in down dog, but lift the heels higher. More stretch for the toes. Even bend the knees slightly, send hips a little higher. Maybe chest sinks a little deeper. All right, we're coming back down to the knees. Sit back into hero. Okay, again, a stretch for the tops of the feet and ankles. If you're able, just sit right on the heels there. If you need less sensation, maybe tuck the toes, but the idea here is see if we can get a little stretch for the tops of the feet. Okay, stay there. If this is uncomfortable to hold, just take a regular seat, because I'm going to demonstrate this next thing. We are going to return to a down dog. I'm going to take my left leg into the air and bring this foot forward, but not all the way. See how I land it really short, okay, behind my left hand? I'm doing that on purpose, but my weight is way in my hands. But I am going to kind of shift the weight back, so I'm a little bit more centered and balanced right here with bent knees, a little bit safer for the back as I rise up, okay? So it's really a short lunge here, okay? But once I'm tall here, I'm gonna lift this left foot and lunge, which actually takes me to a little bit more a lunge that just feels better. But I'm on my toes here. Be aware if the leg's falling away, we're hugging into midline. From here, I'm gonna have you hinge forward, getting more weight in this front foot. This back foot's gonna step forward. I'm gonna turn towards you. We're gonna be in a chair pose on our tiptoes. You're gonna feel like the legs wanna do this. Squeeze in, thinking about toes, squeeze in. Even think about like a baseball or between the ankle bones, squeeze. Shins, squeezing to midline, knees, thighs. Just to keep all that centering. I think of it like a zipper. Just zip yourself up. We're gonna stand up tall. We're still on our tiptoes. Again, my feet wanna fall out, hug back in. Then we're gonna come down, okay? This is yoga for your feet. Downward facing dog. So here we go. We're going for that short lunge. Inhale, extend right leg up. We're taking right foot. It's landing not all the way up to the hand, okay, but behind the hand. But do shift the weight back a bit, maybe bending that back knee so you kind of sit in this little pocket. So it's easy for you to lift your hands and you have balance right here. And you can easily lift without straining your back, using the strength of your legs to come up. So and once you're tall, then we'll lift that right heel and lunge. That should put you in a pretty good distance for this particular type of lunge. Hug to midline, squeeze, yeah. Strong feet, strong legs. We're gonna hinge forward, getting weight into this front foot. Peel the toes off the floor behind you, step forward so you're in chair pose on tiptoes, okay? Zip it up, ankle bones, inside edges of your feet, shins and calves, knees and thighs. We're standing tall, still on our tiptoes. Hug to midline, yes. Yeah, our feet are getting a workout here. All right, heels to the floor, arms down to your side. Stretch out the feet. That's intense. Good. Okay, we're gonna make our way back down. Okay, before we get there, let me show you what we're gonna do. I'll turn this way, just watch. I'm gonna inhale, reach up and float up onto tiptoes. As you swan dive, bend your knees a lot because it's gonna make it easier for you to really kind of float your way down if you bend your knees to a forward fold, heels lifted, okay? So here we go. Inhale, reach into the sky, float up onto the tiptoes. Again, feet wanna roll out, at least mine do. Hug back in. Inside edges of the feet, ankle bones, bend the knees, swan dive. So you can take this in slow motion, yes, under control, okay? Monkey pose, that's the halfway lift still on our toes. As we exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank, of course, you're still on your toes. Finish your push-up, come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. When you take your back bend, this is when we get to stretch the tops of the feet. Yes. So place the tops of the feet on the ground, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air, reach. Exhale, left foot stepping forward, but shy of the left hand. Yes, shifting the weight back, bend knees so you find that pocket, that centering. Okay, so you can rise up easily here. Alrighty, once you're tall, lift the left heel, lunge. Hug to midline. Strong feet, strong legs, strong hips. Hinge forward, getting weight into this front foot. Peel the toes off the floor behind you. Step forward into your chair pose on tiptoes, continuing to hug to midline. We're rising tall, lifting, balancing. Focus is forward or slightly downward. Feel light. Lift, yes. Heels to the floor, arms down to your side. Let it go. Shake it out. Check in with your feet. Yes. Intense. Okay, same flow to go down. We're going to float up onto tiptoes. Swan dive. Bend the knees a lot. Here we go. Inhale, reach up, float up on tiptoes. Okay, on the exhale, bend the knees. Now you can challenge yourself and not bend the knees a lot at all and try to fold. Okay? It's a challenge because you'll feel like you'll want to just drop right down. Halfway lift. Keep your heels lifted. Yeah. Exhale, fold. Hands to the floor. Step back into plank pose. Finish your push-up. So we have the opportunity to come onto the tops of the feet in our up dog or cobra to get a stretch for the tops of the feet, relax the toes, and then downward facing dog. Okay, inhale, extend right leg up again, bend and twist. Let's go back to our original flow. Unwind, step through, warrior one. Original flow. Left heel to the floor behind you, shifting the weight, plant it, rise up, yes? Warrior one, warrior two. Side angle, reach, rotate here. We're moving right away. We're just inhaling just to expand and open. Exhale, turn, listen carefully. Hands to the floor, rise up onto tiptoes behind you, sweep this right foot back and up into the air. We're going to that short lunge. Okay, right foot comes forward, shy of the right hand. Same setup, kind of walk it back, find your center, carefully rise. Okay, and then lift right heel, lunge. This is all the same, shifting forward, getting weight into that front foot, step forward. Here's our chair on tiptoes. We're rising tall. We're going to move right away. Bend the knees, swan dive. Halfway lift. Fold, bend the knees, hands to the floor. If you can, if you bend the knees a lot, you might be able to hop back. Plank, come on down. Yes. Up dog, get onto the tops of the feet. Downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, left leg into the air. Original flow. Bend and twist. Little hip opener. Unwind. Step through. Left foot to the top. Right heel to the earth. Grounded. Yes, our feet are on the floor all the way. Rising up. Exhale, open. Warrior two. Side angle. Reach. Rotate here. Yes. Reach high and low. Inhale. We're moving right away. Exhale, turn, fold, hands to the floor. Sweep left foot back and right back up into the air. Take that short lunge. Left foot shy of the hand. Shift weight back, find that center so you can easily, yes, float up. Once you're tall, lift left heel, lunge, hug to midline. Hinge. Shift and step forward, chair pose on tiptoes. Stand up tall, hold here, extended mountain on our tiptoes. Heels down, arms to your side, finishing. How do your toes feel now? All righty. Remember we did tree pose? What would it feel like to do tree pose on your tiptoes? Let's give it a shot. Okay. So finding breath, get settled, shake it loose. Yeah. Soft knees. Let's put weight into the right foot. Inhale, get tall. You want to get that lightness. Exhale, engage core. That's the strength and support that we need for that balance. Let's lift left foot. We're swinging it out and placing it on the inside of the standing leg. Now, you're certainly welcome to bring it down low, which might be encouraged for this time, or just at the calf. Let's take the arms out and up. Take a focus in front or drop the eyes so you're looking down. I'm bending my right knee, kind of leaning forward a little bit so I can even just barely lift that heel off the floor. Even if you lift and come right back down. Yes. Even a couple times if you can. Good job. Return the heel to the floor, swing this knee forward, lift, plant, release. Wow. Man, that gets right in the balls of the foot there. Okay? So even if it's just this little bloop, bloop, just a little lift, okay? Because of course there's a lot of weight. But we want to get that lightness and that core engagement to get that lifting sensation. All right, other side. Mountain pose, soft knees, weight to the left, root. Get tall, get that lightness, core engagement, feel strong and light up top. So we can easily lift the right foot, swing it out, plug it in. We'll take the arms up just to continue that lightness of lifting. I'm bending left knee a little bit, leaning forward a little bit so I can get that heel off the floor. My focus, I'm looking right down at the ground, right out in front of me. You might wiggle, you might wobble, you might feel the branches wave here a little bit. That's okay. Just working the muscles of the feet. Nice. Good job. Yes, heel to the floor. Swing that knee forward. Plant. Release. Stretch it out. Yeah. No, really walk it out, huh? Wow. All righty. Last flow. Let's make our way back down to the ground here. So that same thing, we're going to float up onto our tiptoes and swan dive. Here we go. When you're ready. Inhale, reach and lift. On tiptoes. Exhale, bend knees a little or a lot. Challenge yourself if you want to. Hug to midline, coming down, maybe touching the ground with the fingertips. Monkey or halfway lift. Now, if you can, jump back. To help with that, maybe bend the knees a lot. Hands on the floor. Pounce. Push back, plank. Come on down. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra so you can get onto the tops of the feet for a bit of a stretch there. And then downward facing dog. Just a couple of breaths here in down dog. All right, we're going back down to the ground. Here's one. We're going to go to shoulder stand. You can't just come down to your knees, sit down, lie on your back, and extend the legs up. Or if you can, hop forward, cross legs, take a seat, roll onto your back, keep rolling, and just go ahead and take the legs in the air all the way into shoulder stand if you can, if you want to. I'm doing a variation where my hips are just sitting in my hands. You can certainly bring hands more to your mid-back or low back even, freeing up the hips so you can extend the legs and the whole body straight up and down. That'll be a fuller version of shoulder stand. Or you can even lie flat on your back on the ground and just extend the legs. Now that your feet are free from all that balancing, flex the feet, point your toes, circle the ankles. If you can, wiggle your toes, just giving your feet a little bit of relief here. Good job. If you happen to be in that shoulder stand where you're supporting your body in your hands, if you want to, it's just an option. You don't have to do it. You can do plow pose. Just bringing the knees down towards forehead, extend the legs behind you, toes towards that back wall or all the way down to the ground. Certainly some variations of that depending how this feels in your back, your hips, your neck. Good. A few more breaths. From this inverted posture, we're moving into fish pose. It's a back bend. So you're going to carefully make your way down to the earth. Bring the legs down. And the legs can start straight out in front of you. You're going to get your arms underneath you, alrighty? So you might need to lift one side, get your entire arm underneath you so you're lying on your straight arms. You'll end up sitting on your hands. Your palms are down. Okay? That'll open up the chest. And then point your toes. That'll just activate the legs. Then just push into the floor with the elbows so you can lift your upper body, arch your back, tip your head back so you're maybe looking at the wall behind you. If you're up high, then your head may not touch the floor. If you're a little bit lower, you might be able to get either the back of your head or the very top of your head just touching the ground. We don't want to put weight on the head, just touching the ground. Use the elbows for leverage to lift you up, or the heart space to lift you up to create your back bend. 2 more breaths. Fish pose, it's our back bend. And if your head is touching the ground, you're going to lift the head off the ground, bring chin to chest, lie down, get the arms out from underneath you. Pause here briefly in the Shavasana so you can feel the body release. Good. As you're resting in this moment, returning to breath, decide what you would like to do next. I'll give you some options on what you are welcome to do, but you really just want to move in the way that would feel good to you. Some things you might do in your closing practice is maybe a hip opener. So happy baby pose is certainly an option, reclining cobbler's pose, reclining pigeon pose. So a hip opener, if you'd like to do that, that's an option. Maybe another back bend if you want to do that, or a twist, spinal twist, or any variation of a twist. So listen to what your body might need at this moment. Move into those positions. These positions don't necessarily have to be yoga poses. Just something that would feel relieving and relaxing to you as you're making your way to your final restorative pose. Whenever you feel complete with your movements, just make your way to Shavasana or any other restorative, relaxing position. Something that feels comfortable to you, feels relaxing to you. Return to the awareness of your breath. Notice your breathing, just as you did at the beginning of your practice, making that full, deep connection to self, through the power of your own breath. Taking 5 breaths here just to generate a new energy within you. Having worked through this dynamic flow, really working on our feet, our toes, our foundation, strengthening our foundation. Bless you. And as you're generating this energy, also feel movement now return to your body. It might be subtle movements. Those movements might begin deep within you at first. And just continue breathing and feeling that movement expand and then extend to the external body. Good. When you feel ready, no rush, take your time and carefully roll to one side of your body. Might pause there in this nurturing pose for a breath or two. Then continuing to slowly move, guide your way up to a seated position. Take your time. And once you've found your seat, just sit up nice and tall with a lengthened spine. Relax your shoulders. Nice relaxed arms and hands that might just be resting in your lap or on your knees. And as you're able, just come to complete stillness for a couple of seconds. And then one last movement together. We'll inhale, extend arms out and up. The same lightness in the body as you reach towards the sky. Exhale, bring palms together and down to your heart. And once here, take one more full and complete breath in and out. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow saying, Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.